tick, tick, tick. Waiting for that last minute for your on. I stop playing games, go and bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Cause you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time. Come on, girl, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Cause you know that time that you wasting, like time that you wasting, like time that you wasting on my time. Took me 20 to get ready, yo. Shower, moisturizer, and the fit I had on yesterday. Uniform necessities, multiples of everything. Now your neighbor wanna come and speak to me like,
hey, how you doing? I ain't too bad.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
He finds his man complete. That's Curtis. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Kelly. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Jets will take over. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And a tackle there by Chris Barnes.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hall again on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Here's Fields. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. The Jets are 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, it's Spiller. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now on 2nd and 13, Fields. He finds Wilson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards there, a first down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he's got it. And the Jets are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Justin Fields, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's Kelly to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Kelly to throw. He's got it. It's Spiller. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st down, it's Kelly. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety ball stayed to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Well, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Another try after the 1st down sack. Kelly into a sea of defenders, unintercepted. And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Second and 10, Fields again. This pass out wide to Hall. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Fields now to throw. There's Hall bringing in another one. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far. And they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. To the 22-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Might have found that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 22, Kelly. Looking deep downfield. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. 1:50 left to go in the second quarter. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. On the counter, it's Hall. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Hall again on 2nd down. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Now it's Fields. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Now Fields going right back to Wilson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A shotgun snap, Fields dancing to, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. To throw is Fields. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. He's going to try and go deep again. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Ball again on second down. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week and hits pay dirt for a third time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdown scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question for you. Is it bad luck to toast him with a split strip?
I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half score to get. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, Fields. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Fields. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here's Fields. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. DK Metcalf from a yard out. And the Jets take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They're going to try and throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. Here's Kelly. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And they'll begin by running the option. They run it with Hall off the option. Fighting through it, he's got space. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Jets are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Gonzalez able to tackle the PAT, and they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
From the 36, Kelly. Complete yet again to Spiller. Finding room at midfield. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Picking up the save.
That's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
This will be caught. It's Waddle. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. A gain there of 21 yards. Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. That's just his second catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game. They've done a great job of doing that.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now Kelly. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. In motion, Hill. To throw, Kelly. Another catch there for Waddle. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Now Kelly. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Hall on a give up the middle. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Ball again on 2nd down. They find some open field here. And now off to the races down the right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they move the football on some drives. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Big run here in the 4th as they continue to wear down this defense.
And that's when the offensive line coach clicks onto the headset and says, head coach, offense coordinator, let my guys fire out and hit people. We're wearing them down. Let's finish them off with the running game.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. And they take a knee. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And they'll indeed take a knee. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Jets, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.
game, don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stage.